Hey, so what's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? It's Living Large coming at you live from Ottawa, Canada. We haven't done something like this in a bit, and what you gonna do, right? But we coming at you with some hip hop news. Check it out. Check it out. All right, all right, all right. So, people that know Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian, y'all already know that he likes to speak his mind, right? And if you know Large from Home Invasion, from New Jack City, you know that I like to vibe with the mode heads, you know what I'm saying? So honestly speaking, like I've seen some shit that Lord Jamar put out, and there hasn't been a time where I disagree with him. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I vibe with this shit. I agree with this shit 110%, right? So he put something out right here where he was giving his opinion on Eminem, right? And 50 Cent kind of interjected himself. He started getting at Lil Jamar about this shit, grilling him and everything else, right? So check it out. This is an article right here. I pulled it up. 50 Cent goes off on Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian, all right? The latest person to fall victim to 50 Cent is Brand Nubian member Lord Jamar. In an interview with Rapmatic, Lord Jamar dissed Eminem, who happens to be close friends with 50 Cent. So this is the quote that Lord Jamar said right here, all right? My thing about Eminem and all that, and I hate bringing his name up, my thing about this guy is you can't crown somebody the king and circumvent the true kingdom. Like white people will crown Eminem king because he sold the most records out of all the rappers. But when we go into everyday life of black people, people who are the originators of this shit, we don't listen to Eminem. We never listen to Eminem. He continued by saying that he can't relate to Eminem's music. If you're talking about smacking your mother and taking pharmaceutical pills and that shit, that doesn't resonate with me. Why do I care about how good you rap? And I agree. I agree with this shit, you know what I mean? When you diss your mom on a record, what do you expect like is going to happen? You think your mom's going to get on in the studio and diss you right back? Right? And I think that actually happened too. You know what I mean? I think Eminem's mom kind of got in the studio and dissed Eminem back. But whatever, right? And just airing out your personal grievances with your baby moms and shit like this, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know, I don't know. I never was a fan of Eminem's music. And honestly speaking, I never thought I'd ever say this, but Eminem has been holding it down for the hip-hop community, though, right? I never thought I would ever vouch for Eminem. I never thought I'd ever defend Eminem. I never thought I'd ever say anything positive towards Eminem, right? But I'm not going to discount what he's been doing for the hip-hop community. When he came out and dissed the trap music scene, when he dissed and talked about today's hip-hop scene, Eminem did that, right? And whether you want to say it's sad to say because none of the black rappers, the originators of hip-hop, said this shit, or, big up Eminem, you can't discount what he did, right? He went in on these rappers. He went in on these trap rappers and these mumble rappers, and he got at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I give him props. I give him props. I can't discount what he done, right? Talking about Donald Trump and shit like this, whether you on that platform or not, he did it though. And it was a big deal. Everybody was blowing it up. Everybody was talking about it and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So again, that I got to big up too, right? Especially in this day and age where barely anybody says anything. And if they do, it gets swept under the rug or they're considered to, you know what I mean? Or in this case right here, my personal favorite, clout chasing. Clout chasing. So we're living in a day and age where you can't give your opinion without being seen as clout chasing. Why can't it be that, Lord Jamar is just giving his opinion? He's just talking off the top of the dome. He's not trying to chase no clout. Lord Jamar's been putting it down. Been putting it down. He doesn't even need to put it down no more. You know what I'm saying? He's done so much with Brand Nubian. He's done so much with his solo, and acting and shit like this. He really doesn't need to do much no more. You know what I mean? So what clout is he chasing at this point? You know what I'm saying? What clout is he chasing? That's my question, right? And I've seen it all. I've seen it happen with a lot of other artists, right? Where they end up speaking their mind, and then all of a sudden, these people jump up and be like, yo, they're chasing clout, right? But again, when you're ingrained in the art of hip-hop, in the culture of hip-hop, right? When your name's synonymous with hip-hop, how are you chasing clout at this point? Right? How are you chasing clout? That's all I got to say about this shit right here, Now, when it comes to 40 Cent, I don't know why he put himself into it. Apparently, he's you know, he's still friends with Eminem and shit like this, so he's kind of defending his shit. But in my, like, Eminem don't need no defense, man. You know, he kind of touched Lord Jamar lightly on the Kamikaze album. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you can go in on Lord Jamar. No problem. So why you got to come out and defend it? You know what I'm saying? Why you got to go and do that? You know? And honestly, man, like, just all the shenanigans that 50's been doing, all this nonsense, I'm like, God damn, man. Yo, it's kind of like petty shit, childish shit. And it's like, man, you know, like, if you've seen the beef that's happening with him and Young Buck, apparently, like, I've been talking to people about it, and they're like, yeah, that shit is old. I'm like, nah, man. Shit is going down as we speak right now. You know what I'm saying? Young Buck dropped a new track, and Young Buck wants to disassociate from G-Unit. And 50 won't grant him that release, right? So he dropped a new track, and then 50 went and monetized his own shit. He copyrighted that, and he's been doing that. He's been copywriting shit and everything else, and just getting at people like that way, you know? So, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, to me, 50 Cent is hip-hop's Babylon, and I'm just waiting for that to fall. I'm just waiting for it to topple, right? And apparently Young Buck is saying that he's got heat for him. He's got some shit on him that is pretty much going to end his career. He's going to put him in the same category as Ja Rule, and that's what he's saying. And I'm waiting on this. I am waiting on this shit, and it's like, man, like, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on at this point, right? You know, you got our attention, and now, you know, you're not doing much. You're not saying much. And this guy right here is copywriting your shit, demonetizing your video, making money off your ass, and on top of that, he's getting at you, and, you know, what you doing, right? I don't know. I really don't understand how this can happen in this day and age. But you know what, man? One thing, up-and-coming artists, one thing, these new school rappers, whether you big, commercial, whether you underground, or whether you just starting up or coming up or whatever, one thing y'all need to do is check out 50 Cent's game, his trolling game, his copyright game, his demonetizing game, all that shit. Prepare yourself right the hell now, right? When you make a track, copyright that title so that way nobody can get at you like this, right? Act as if you beefing 50 Cent. Act as if you getting at 50 Cent. How is 50 going to get at you? And prepare for that. You know, whether you copyright your track, whether you know what I mean? Any of this nonsense, you know? Do it up. Do it up. Because just in case another 50 Cent, another like-minded individual like 40 Cent want to come at you, right? And do some shenanigans like this, at least you're already prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. If I was a rapper or whatever, everything would be copyrighted. Everything would be, you know, down to the wire like that. Trademark, whatever. You know what I mean? Any legal thing. Get yourself a good lawyer and look at it from that perspective. And be like, you know what? How can I prepare myself for a situation like this? You know? Just in case. You know? Because when it rains, it pours, man. When it rains, it pours. Now, I got a lot of love for Lord Jamar, and I hope he claps back at 50 Cent. Because I checked out his Twitter account. Barely anything. He hasn't mentioned anything about it or whatever. So I don't know if he's going to take the high road and kind of like just disregard him entirely. Or is he going to get at him on a Vlad TV interview or whatever. Because you know Vlad loves to stir the pot. And Jamar's been frequent on Vlad TV. And I guarantee you that the minute Lord Jamar is back in the studio with Vlad, he's going to ask him about this shit right here. You know what I mean? Some shit like this. Either that or check out Lord Jamar's podcast. He might talk about it. Maybe not. You know? But yeah. I just want to hear from y'all though. Right? Y'all agree or disagree with what was said? I kind of sort of agree and disagree with what Lord Jamar is saying. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? In terms of the music not really resonating with him. I agree with that. I'm not really with that shit neither myself, you know? And the fact that... you know, the black community ain't really bumping Eminem's music like that, right? I mean, that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? That's subjective. A lot of people can, you know, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. You know, it's their opinion, it's their prerogative, whatever you want to call it, right? But from my circle of friends, right, nobody, barely anybody, right? But again, from what Eminem's doing now, I'll big him up on this shit. Would I listen to Eminem? Probably not. You know, would I bump his new music? Probably not. Right? But I got my ear to the street and I see what he's doing. And I'm hoping that's the domino that gets pushed. Gotta bring everybody up, right? Because especially when you talk to the emojis, a lot of them like to get political and be like, well, you know, this and that, and they try to big up these young artists, and these young artists are just shitting on them all day. You know, so to me, it just make no sense. And yeah. Once again, let me know what y'all think. You can hit me up on Twitter, LivinLarge187. Once again, that's LIVIN Large187. Agree, disagree, we can talk, we can argue, we can hash it out, whatever you want to do. Get at me on Twitter. And yeah, we're going to kick it back to the tunes, though. We got Tony all the way down Oakland, the Bay Area, with If I Had No Loot on New Jack City. Check it out. The track is hot, baby. Gotta turn this down. I'm not trying to get demonetized, right? But yeah, it's my opinion, man. I never vibe with 50 Cent. I never vibe with no G-Unit. You know, in terms of how I feel about G-Unit, I always call them hip-hop's boy band, right? And in my mind, I'm like, dog, if you're going to be dissing everybody, you got to go back to the root of the issue and get at Game, right? Game just massacred G-Unit, just massacred 40 Cent, just massacred everybody, right? And that's the one dude that 50 Cent don't really want to touch. Don't really want to touch, right? Think about it like that, you know? He made peace with him and shit like this, and ever since then, that's all it was, right? But that's a L. That's a big L that they gotta take. And you know what, man? G-Unit, number one. Number two, the thing I vibe with when it came to Game was when he said, when he called G-Unit the Ninja Turtles because their leader was a rat. Classic. Some classic ass shit right there, you know what I'm saying? But this Living Large on the down, Auto Canada, Home Invasion Show, New Jack City. Y'all already know what it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. And, you know, we like to hear from y'all as much as y'all like to hear from us. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourselves and each other like Jerry Springer said. Peace out, y'all.